Alright guys, we're going to take these factory 12 round mags and install our new 12 round sleeves for the standard 365. So what you're going to need is a punch of some kind. It can be pretty much anything. We are suggesting some kind of lubricant, but it's not required. It's just so we have a very tight fit so that you don't get the wiggle that's in the factory one. So taking these off the same way, well, mostly the same way. You push down the little detent here on the bottom, and then you slide. Note, you want to keep your finger here so things don't fly out at you, and point it away from your face. So you push that detent, you can slide it freely. My thumb is still there. This sleeve is going to just fall that way. There you go, no more pressure on it. And so we're good there. So we've got that off. Same thing on the flat ones. You just push the detent and you slide. Again, keep your finger there. Those typically tend to fly out. So we're gonna put this one back on. This is actually our metal base pad that we make for it, or steel one. Go ahead and keep going here. Again, it works with 12 round magazines or the XL 10 rounds, which are also a 12 round. So here we go. We've already got one of those on, so these will come packaged. Sometimes that slides out in the packaging, but you'll have the two parts there. Essentially replaces these two parts from Sig. And this is the design to best match the angles of the Sig one. So go ahead and show you that real quick. It's just theirs has a little, it's a bit more loose. And ours will extend the length just a bit because this bottom does go all the way around it. So whoop, let's get you guys back there. It's kind of what we're looking at. It installs the same way in reverse. Now, a lot of times the fit is very tight. And so we recommend, if you find the fit is tight, just put a little lube right there on that edge where it's gonna grab. And this is pig lube. You can use anything. This just has a pretty simple applicator. You don't have to get it all over your fingers if you don't want to. There you go. You push the spring plate back in. You've got the sleeve in your hand, and then you slide that sleeve over. See, I'm transferring my finger over here. Push that down, and it's down. I'm keeping that pressed. You know you're down far enough when you can see that the metal part here, that metal ridge is in contact with the polymer base pad on both sides. I'm keeping that pressed. It's under a little bit of wiggly right there. So it's pressed. I want to press it a little bit more. You can use the punch if you want. And then I'm going to slide it on. Again, still tight. So if you want to even lube those little rails, you can. So got it slid in there. You see that? Sometimes these little spring plates, they bind up, and so it's kind of stuck. Normally you have to keep your finger in there and long enough to get it and push. So I'm just going to push this on, and you'll hear a click. You'll see that detent engage. You did not hear it, yeah, because the spring plate gets caught. So if that happens, spring plate got caught kind of in the magazine, just give it a little tap. Sometimes you can even just go back in there with the punch and push on it a little bit. And it's not going to show all the way through, but the way to test if it is engaged, can you slide it off? I cannot slide it off, so it is on. It is on there. So it's kind of what the bottom looks like when they are. It doesn't show through as much as the factory ones because we did add a little bit of thickness there to make the base pad interchangeable. We will have interchangeable pads on these to add a pinky extension or add length if you have really big hands. So those will be coming in the future. And here's what we got here. 12 round. So very similar to the factory. This is the pinky, I believe we called it on the website. So I got like a freaking super bright camera like pointing right at me. Light. See if I can adjust that. So that's the 12 round, very similar, almost identical to factory. It's going to get rid of that little wiggle that a lot of people have complained to us about. wiggle of the magazine. So no wiggle there. And then we did have a customer modify one of ours to be flat. I really liked the look, so we went ahead and designed one up that way. So let us know in the comments which way what you think looks best, the flat or the pinky. I really like the flat. I don't feel like that pinky is enough to really do much anyway, but let's try it again. It does, yeah, it does. It does a little bit. It moves your pinky a little bit forward, but so we've got both. Preference is up to you. When I make this video short, if you have questions, drop them in the comment. Reach out to us on Instagram. We're pretty active on Instagram. At tactical.dev is the handle. That's the URL. So those are the sleeves, and that's how you install them. And yeah, standard. They work, again, standard 365 frame only. These will not fit in an XL. We have many other base pads for the XL 12-round mags. So go check those out. Links will be in the description, I think, if YouTube still allows those. But yeah, that's where we're at. And again, that's one of our rails. We have an XL one too, in case you're going to comment about that. That is our rail. And yeah, make a bunch of parts. Go check them out on tacticaldev.com. And we're going to make this short. That's how you install it, man. Let's do it.